Yeah, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, for my very first comic book review or book report, my comic book report, gonna look at Savage Conan issue 162 from July of '89. So I don't know, it was probably on the shelves in what, May, something like that. I don't know what I was doing, but I should have picked this up because it's pretty cool. I liked black and white books, so I don't know. I missed out, but I got picked it up at my local comic book shop for $2.95, and man, I tell you, I thought it was totally worth it. But anyway, the main reason I'm doing this, well, one is Jorge Zaffino's work is really, really sweet, and it's like the kind of thing that I totally dig. But also, I am selling my comic book, hopefully sometime soon. I'm working on an Indiegogo page, which I don't know, you can follow hopefully in the near future. But yeah, I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be good. All right, anyway, yeah, this is great. I don't know this Dorian guy. I'm not real familiar with his painting, but I totally dig the cover. Man, it's a lot of fun. Maybe it's not fun. It's pretty serious. But, you got Solomon Kane, which is the, kind of the backup feature. And Conan, or, like the cool reds that kind of recede. And you got the warm, or I don't know if it's warm, but it's, that blue that somehow pops out, which is, I don't know, kind of different. I guess you have green and against red, maybe. I don't know. Somehow it works. I'm not sure why. I don't know. The only like weird thing I can find about it is, or that I see, is that Conan's head seems freakishly small. But man, other than that, I don't know. Yeah. If this was my cover, I'd be like, yeah, totally proud of it. It's very cool. There's some full-size artwork on the inside. And but the story I kind of wanted to look at was the Horned God. I was watching the Kayfabers a couple weeks ago, and they did a episode on Jorge Zaffino. I wasn't like real familiar with his work, but once I saw it, I knew I liked it, and I wanted to look into it. And it just happened that I found this issue a week later in the new arrivals at Heroes and Villains in Rapid City, South Dakota. So yeah, anyway, it's a story. It's like the usual thing, I guess. Conan ends up going on a quest, and in this case, this guy is going to lose his kingdom if he does not sire offspring. And he's not into it. So his viziers, or his people, are trying to figure out what they're going to do. And they come up with some kind of horn that's in the northern part of their territory. And it just so happens Conan is training some soldiers, training some fighters. This Boris guy is one of them. And I don't know, he's unteachable. He's not taking his lessons well. And man, I don't know I don't know what y'all think of this sketchy kind of artwork. I know a lot of people, it's not their thing. And I think in this issue, this story, maybe there are places it falls apart, but even if it does fall apart, like this page is one of those pages that makes it all worthwhile. Man, that's cool. Conan's got the power, the glory, the hammer of the gods. Very cool. I don't know. I like the thick brushwork. The ink just looks like it's fresh on the page. Like if you picked it up and tilted it, it would run. I don't know, places maybe where it does fall apart. The first time I looked through this, I think I spent like a minute trying to figure out what the shape was before I realized it wasn't like a raven or an elephant or I don't know. It's just his, Conan's hair blowing in the breeze. Anyway, so he takes care of Boris. And he's approached about this quest. Man, and looks like I'm going to need a wider angle lens or a camera for this. So I apologize for that. I hope it isn't too distracting, me moving everything around. But yeah, so he's going to go on a quest. He's going to take these guys up north. And they're going to find this horn. This creature with a horn. And of course, you've got a princess. The princess is coming. There she is. Conan finds her, maybe on the silly side. But yeah, so they're cruising along. And there's this guy, Mengus. He's kind of a rat. He's kind of a bummer. And they end up being ambushed. There's a rock slide and then they're attacked. And I don't know, this is sort of where the princess comes around. Yeah, maybe Conan's not so bad. And on they go, continuing on their quest. Yep, Conan smooches the princess. And again, I don't know, like this panel, pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of black there, a lot of ink, and still it kind of reads like a shadow. It seems like whenever I try to do that, it just looks like a lot of ink. But man, I like the looseness of the work. I like it because there's a lot of energy in it, and I know I get really tight, and when I get tight when I'm drawing, I get really slow. And it's cool to be slow, but if you're too slow, I'm finding, man, the work just doesn't get done. But I like this. He does a good Conan. Jorge does. And this was another panel in particular thought was pretty nice. Lots of space, lots of rocks, but still the brushwork's really loose. I don't know if that's pen down there, a smaller brush, but he gets suggests a lot of detail in what I imagine to be, maybe not, didn't take him weeks to do. Another cool panel. I like his skulls. Anyway, they continue on their quest and they find the horn god. Okay, this is one panel or one page. Maybe should have been like way more powerful. I wasn't too into it, but it seems like, this is kind of a panoramic sort of landscape type view. Maybe not landscape orientation, but it should probably show a lot of space. And I don't know, I don't really get that exactly. like through here especially, like this looks like, I don't know, is this foreground? Does it recede? Is it going into the background? I don't know what it is. I think it's probably foreground. This is just one big massive foreground shape. Then our eye is supposed to follow up here to the unicorn, which looks more like a dog. So I think maybe this is one. Yeah, looks like a dog. He's got a stick. It's like, play fetch with me. So this one, this page kind of took me out of it, but there's some pages coming up that are, you know, way cool. And, you know, yeah, it turned out to be a unicorn, which was kind of neat. Because in '89, you know, I think they were still doing, I don't know, like My Little Ponies and that sort of thing. But yeah, this is a savage unicorn. But and oops, bumped my stand. Some nice work. Lots of blood. What do you expect? It's Conan. Good stuff. And I guess this is one of those pages right here. Oh, I think my camera is slowly sinking. Might be part of my problem. But this is one of those pages that kind of makes it all worthwhile. So Conan's going up against Mingus, the dingus. Mingus is a bummer. And yeah, he takes Mingus out. I mean, the action is great. It's loose, it's full of energy. I like it. Also this panel. Yeah, these 2 pages, really. That's all you need. That's all I would have needed. 2 pages, a little bit of the story. Here we are at the end. And yeah, they didn't get the horn of the unicorn, but they came up with a plan. But yeah, anyway, so I kind of bought it for the Zaffino, but you know, the second half of the book, or the last bit of it, also very cool. I don't know a lot about Solomon Kane, but definitely want to find out more after reading this bit. You know, so yeah, L. Williamson. I don't know where I first saw L. Williamson. It might have been, I think he was maybe doing Star Wars. I think that was the first time I looked at an artist and I was like, oh yeah, all these guys aren't created equal. This guy can really draw. But like, you know, looks like all of his characters, you know, have distinct features. That make them unique. And yeah, anyway, I don't know, it's just a lot of good. This was just like really cool. It was a lot of fun to read, a lot of fun to look at again. And man, I tell you, $3, crazy. So yeah, if you find it, if it shows up at your local comic book shop, you know, in the boxes, yeah, highly recommend it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. This is my first video. You might know me from the chat, being obnoxious in the chat. I don't know. But I got a book, and I'm hoping to sell a few copies, enough to at least pay for printing and, you know, get it out to y'all. This is like the first 20-some pages, 23 pages. There's more coming. There's more done, more finished. But just want everybody to know I'm serious about this. This is, you know, there's a book here. All right. Later.